Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole with Made from Scrap, and today we're going to be putting together a fun folio using the Chaps paper collection. So this is going to be super fun. I also am using 8 sheets of Artisan cardstock. I am using the antique gray color. So you're going to check out the cut list that's in the description below. Once you've cut all of your papers, you're going to go ahead and score them. I like to show you how to score them with the measurement that goes at the top of your scoreboard showing, and you'll see the first one is for the front cover. In this case, there's no chipboard on this project. So the front cover measures 7 1/4 inches in width, and you'll see that the measurement says to score at 1 inch. Okay, so do that on all of your pages. Go ahead and do all of the cutting and all of the scoring. Then you're going to do all of the folding and burnishing. And you're going to start with the front cover. So this cover sheet you're going to have to your left, and then I'm going to have the 1 inch strip over here on the right. Then you're going to take your back sheet, which measures 8 1/2 inches in width, and the 1 inch score line that you did, that one, we are going to end up overlapping these two and gluing them together, just like so. And just like that, they are attached. Next thing I'm going to do is take that right side piece, and you'll see the 1 inch strip there also is for overlapping, just like so. Burnish that. Now you can see that we have this long piece just like this. But if you've burnished, you're going to have a 1/2 inch gusset over here on the right, and you're going to have your 1 inch just like that. So this gets rolled in, and then this front piece flap closes just like so. Okay. All right, next thing is we're gonna have your inside cover, and you're gonna have your pocket piece, and you would have scored it at 1/2 inch and then scored it at 1/2 inch on the bottom as well. So we're gonna go ahead and cut out that corner piece, and then if you want to score this or cut this down at an angle, you can do that as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to place this in my scoreboard to give me a chance to measure it. I have the flaps open here, and I'm just going to come back and put a little tick mark at 2 with the 4 3/4 inches at the top. I'm going to rotate it to the left, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little tick mark here at 3 inches from the top. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Grab my little cutter here. I'm going to align those 2 tick marks on the edge and cut it off just like so. Okay. All right, so just like that, I have my little angled pocket. I'm gonna fold in the side first and then the bottom up second. Okay. And this is going to be placed right at the outside corner, bottom corner of the inside of your cover. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue those 2 1/2 inch flaps, place glue on that. And then line those up right with the bottom outside corner. Okay. Now you have that pocket. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and open this up all the way, and you're going to grab your you're gonna grab 8 pieces that are the 4 by 6. Let me see, I have 4 here. And 1 more. 4 here. Okay. All right, so I've already scored these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place glue on the bottom side of that 1/2 inch flap, just like so. And then I'm going to abut the folded edge of that 1/2 inch to the inside of my back cover. That's going to be right at the top, just inside of that score for the 1 inch gusset. Okay, so you're gonna see I'm gonna place this down. And you're gonna have the 1 inch gusset. You can see that here. And then where that score line is, and then the folded edge of this flap, okay? Next, I'm going to go ahead and place glue on the next one. And I'm gonna alternate. I'm gonna place this over here on the right side. Okay. Place that down. Same thing, you're gonna have that 1 inch gusset there. You're gonna have the score line, and then just inside the score line, you're gonna have that folded edge, okay? The next thing I'm gonna do is place glue again on that 1/2 inch flap. And this time I'm gonna place that right on top of the first one. Right on top of it. So it's lined up there. Okay. And then the last one I'm gonna do the same way, but on the right hand side. Right on top of that second one. Okay. Now that was the top, and this is the bottom, so we're going to do exactly the same thing on this bottom piece here and here. Okay, now we have this front cover. You open it up, you have the angled pocket, then you have the 1 inch that is the gusset, and then you have the overlapping flaps to the left and to the right here on the top and the bottom. Okay. Then you have the 1 inch gusset, and then you have this large space here. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your 2 pieces that measure 6 3/4 inches by 8.5 inches. And with the 6 3/4 inches at the top, you had scored it at 1/2 inch. So we're gonna go ahead and place glue on that 1/2 inch. It's so good to use. Okay. Better. Do a dry fit on this side. You have to open up this flap. I want you to place it just to the inside of the 1/2 inch gusset and make sure that your flaps will fold. Okay. All right. So we will place glue on the 1/2 inch strip again. Okay, place this down. And Before it dries, let's go ahead and do the fold back and forth just to make sure. Yep. Okay. All right, now we have this going on. Very good. Okay. Just like that. Okay. And now we have our piece that measures 6 1/4 inches wide by 12 inches. And with the page in your scoreboard, with the 12 inches at the top, you're going to score at 4 1/4 and 9 1/4, and double flaps up. Okay. And then let's work on the right hand side, which is going to be another 4 pieces of our 4x6s with the 1/2 inch flap on the 6 inch side. So we're going to place glue on that 1/2 inch flap, and then we're going to, on the inside, we're going to place that 1/2 inch score line all the way at the top. Okay, you want it to be flush with that outside piece so that you have some space on the inside. Okay, and then you're going to lift that up. This is the original type of waterfall here. You're going to put that next scored edge up against the cut edge of that 1/2 inch line there. Just to butt it up to that. Okay, and then flip that one up. You're going to do that another 2 times. And this one is going to be placed right at the bottom so that these can overlap, and we'll use a magnet for the closure to hold it closed. So I'm going to grab these magnetic discs. These are basic gray, they're the small ones, and I picked these up from Kraft Creations as part of my design team haul. Okay. All right. So we're going to grab, oh, they like to jump at each other. 1 positive and 1 negative. I like to, you should have about, oh, let's see, what is this? Over 2 inches that overlap, so it's a pretty good amount of space. I want to place it down there, a little bit in the center. And I'll take that backing off. And then I'll press that one down. Okay, and now you have the magnet closure, just like that. Okay, and let's not forget about this one. We're also going to use a magnet closure for this one. So I'm going to grab 2 more out of here. That down. And you're going to have a closure for that. We have to glue that down still. Okay. You should be able to use another magnet here to hold all of this closed, but we're gonna wait to do that until we have the decorative paper on the bottom piece. Okay, and then we have these that we're also going to use a magnetic closure on. Oops. Just like so. And you have this whole folio that's put together in a matter of minutes. So I will be right back with you after I get some of the decorative paper on, and I'll show you how to do that inside piece underneath the double flap, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I have my decorative paper on, but I decided to go ahead and cut into the paper so that I have a little tuck spot there. And I didn't want to put this on top of this image, so I'm choosing to do it on the back side of this right flap. So I went ahead and glued on my 3 sides there so that I can have it as a tuck spot. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and place this right down. Okay, so I have a magnet inside here, and then this can open up just like that. You can have it as a tuck spot. Okay, let's do a little walkthrough of this finished folio that I used the copper metallic cardstock underneath the Chaps paper collection. So here is the front, side, back, another side of the folio. This opens up to the left here, and we have this angled pocket. We have a couple of the cut aparts, and I used the Kraft 100-pound cardstock like that. This is one of the ephemera pieces that I did a little bit of fussy cutting around and layered it on the copper, and then layered it on that antique gray Artisan cardstock. Here is a piece of the paper collection that I just went ahead and created a pocket here with the paper. So I cut off the side there and I laid it down this way instead, and then went ahead and glued on 3 sides to create the pocket. Made a couple other little photo spots here with a cut apart, and this is just paper from the collection, so that goes in there. This opens up to the right, and you see on the back side of the folio in the center here is where we have those magnetic pieces that open up to the left and the right, both on the bottom and on the top. And the measurements that I gave to you on the cut guide is for this height of the folio to be 8¼ inches high. That would be to allow you to make the most of your 8-inch paper collection. I made this version with 8½ inch as the measurement, and I ended up having to do some paper piecing. So without that, it should be, with making it 8¼ inches, should make it much smoother for you to be able to do that part of the project. So anyhow, this is the center back, and then we have the right hand side here that opens up like so. You have this piece here on the right side. This is a large flap, and your other large flap here. I have the paper cut out. I showed this earlier where I went ahead and sliced into the paper with my craft knife in order to create a little tuck spot here behind the car. So I'm using that, just like so. Okay, and then on this right-hand side is where I ended up placing this little opening piece. And then that's magnetic, and this is also glued on the 3 sides so that it is also a pocket here. Okay, and when you close this up, you're gonna have this last piece here on the right where you have the flap down, and then you have the flaps going up. This is lots of space for your photos in the waterfall, and then a nice big open space here as well. And close that up with the magnet. So this folds in and then folds in again and then closes just like so. All right. Make sure to grab all of your crafty goods at countrycraftcreations.com and share what you've made. Until next time, everyone, happy crafting, you all. Bye.